everything's gonna be okay. Knowing that this world is not about to end, it's actually about to end for the better. It'll be a whole new world formed for us. If you are spiritually right, bro, this world is only ran off of power. What y'all gonna do when the power be gone? When nobody in charge, bro. It be so much, it's so much shit you gotta understand on the spiritual level. See, y'all trap, fool. The Bible really traps y'all mind up, bro. Y'all only understand life on a third dimensional level, fool. Y'all only think y'all got 5 senses and shit, bro. You got way more senses than that. You got faith. Yeah, I believe in God. I believe in a God. There is a God. It's a God for sure. But the way that they depict everything, bro, nah, fool. No. You can't tell me that shit right. I don't care, man. The New Testament that we reading, the New Testament, the new Bible is written by a human.
It's shocking, especially if you know someone that's had cancer in the past, especially if you know someone that's sadly passed away from cancer. It's so irresponsible that he's saying these things, and it really makes me angry to see him saying this. But yeah, let's get into those tweets. So after various tweets saying don't wear sunscreen, use frankincense instead because sunscreen causes cancer, he implies that, and he also implies it's unhealthy. And I can see if you do think that, that's okay, believe that. But that can increase the risk of skin cancer. And then he makes the claim that if you do have cancer, you should eat cayenne peppers. And this just makes me so mad because I looked into this and there's a tiny bit of evidence saying it may help, but that was only studied on animals that I could find. And this is not an approved cancer treatment. And if you have cancer, you should not be doing this. He says, cayenne pepper, if you swallow a piece of it like a peel, don't let it touch your tongue. That also get rid of cancer cells. It's ridiculous that you would even suggest this. It's so dangerous that you would suggest to people if they have cancer to eat cayenne peppers, and why not let it touch your tongue? Like, are you afraid of it being spicy or something? Like, I really don't understand the point of that. Eat it. Don't let it touch your tongue. That doesn't help. I don't know what he's trying to say. Just going out there and saying this, and then seeing him get praised for being spiritual and woke by people like Blackie Speaks makes me angry and sad that this is being supported. And I do understand that Blackie didn't specifically say, I endorse everything that NLE Choppa said. But this tweet has been available for days on his Twitter page before Blackie Speaks made the video. So Blackie Speaks probably saw this if he did research for his video when he specifically talked about NLE Choppa's Twitter, and he didn't condemn any of these bad statements. And it gets worse. Believe me, it gets a lot worse. He makes other statements about cancer as well. He says, cold showers better your immune system. Grounding better your immune system. When you meditate, repeat in your head, I'm health and disease free. Talk to your water. Water is alive, and tell the water to heal your body of all toxins and cancers. Want me to keep going? He said this to Adam22, by the way. But what an incredibly irresponsible statement to make. When you have kids out there that look up to you, when you have people out there that actually trust your opinion, and people like Blackie Speaks, and I've really trusted his opinion on rap for a long time, but had people endorse this stuff and call it woke and spiritual. People like NLE Choppa out here telling you that you should talk to your water. Yes, talk to your water, an inanimate object that's supposedly alive and can hear you say, help heal me of cancer. That sounds like some schizo walking around saying that they hear your radio talking to them and things like that. It's insane. And this is being retweeted and liked and publicly put out there. And Blackie Speaks saying that NLE is woke and spiritual, and saying he hopes that NLE being like this is going to spread to other rappers, and other rappers say things like this, and kids start thinking for themselves. I don't want the kids to think for themselves if that means them thinking that talking to your water is going to help them get rid of their cancer and toxins, which, you know, that's not too bad because toxins is such a broad term that can be used for almost anything. But the cancer, man, are you seriously going to go out here and say that talking to your water is going to help cure cancer? It's incredibly irresponsible to put that out there as a celebrity, and seeing someone like Blackie Speaks not call it out but say, nah, NLE Choppa is woke and spiritual and I support him. I just can't mess with that, man. I've known people that have cancer, people really close to me, my relatives, some of my friends have had cancer, and I'm so worried about them, and they'd probably be dead right now if they didn't get actual medical treatment. If they listen to this, I really hope that no one would ever listen to this. If they listened to NLE and said, all right, I'm going to eat some cayenne pepper, not let it touch my tongue, I'm gonna eat it, and I'm gonna talk to my water, and it's gonna cure me, man. They would probably be dead right now. If people listened to this advice being put out there by a blue checkmark celebrity on Twitter, they would be dead right now, and it's just so irresponsible, and I had to make this video talking about it. And there's more irresponsible statements. Let's keep on going. This next tweet we have: us black people are beyond powerful. Why y'all think we go through so much? Just know we got the heavens backing us. We got every element on the periodic table in our body. We are the chosen ones. Everything we need is in us. Please pay attention to every tweet I make, man. I really don't think you should be paying attention to every tweet NLE Choppa makes, because you're probably going to end up dead or seriously hurt. But back to this tweet. There's nothing wrong about being proud of your race. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, we got this. We've been through so much as a race. We're going to succeed. But I think it's a little bit irresponsible to say our race specifically is so good. We have every element in the periodic table in us, which is not true. You don't have gold in your body, to my knowledge. I looked into this because I was pretty much sure that it wasn't true. And of course, there's nothing about this saying that it's true online at all. There's no gold or silver or copper in our bodies that I'm aware of. And I looked into it, and it doesn't seem that that's true. But saying that your race specifically are the chosen ones and you have these powers and are so good is a bit problematic. I'm just going to go out there and say it. I know that this is going to cause a bit of controversy, but I remember back in the 1930s and 1940s, there was a specific German dictator that said similar things about their race and how they were the chosen ones and how they were better than other races and even had powers. And that man's name was Adolf Hitler, and we all know that he was one of the most hated people in history, probably the most hated person in modern history. So I just don't think it's a good idea for any race, any group of people to say we're the chosen ones and we're special compared to other races. It's just not a good look, man. We're all equal, and I just want to spread equality and positivity, and stuff like this, in my opinion, goes against it and is not helpful at all. I don't know if we necessarily meant anything bad by this tweet, but saying your race and your race only is the chosen ones, it just doesn't really help us. It sets us back, in my opinion, and really is the opposite of woke and spiritual. In this last tweet right here I'm about to show, this one is the worst of all, in my opinion. This one boils my blood way more than the cancer comments. And I feel like that's the most heated I've ever been on a video on this channel, when I was talking about his comments about cancer. Now you can cure it with cayenne peppers and by talking to your water. This is his comment on the current social and political climate we have with our relation as the public with police officers. Hashtag blue lives don't matter. Good cop, bad cop, I don't care. Fuck them people. And then he ended up retweeting it later again for himself. This statement is incredibly ignorant. This statement is incredibly privileged. It comes from, at this point, almost an elite. Someone in the top percentage of wealth in our society. Someone who, at his point in his life right now, cannot relate to normal people, and he desperately tries to. He's someone who has so much money, he can afford private security. He doesn't have to worry about his safety. He can afford private security to roll with him 24/7, and he has the audacity to say, fuck cops, even the good ones, the good cops, the ones that put their life at risk, the ones that want to help their community, the ones that go out every day and say, I don't care, I'm going to put my life at risk to make these people's lives better. I'm going to get the scum out of this society, the scum that NLE Choppa promotes in his music. They say, I want to get the people out there, the pedophiles, I'm going to get them off the streets, the rapists, the people that are hurting our society most, the people that want to destroy and only care about themselves and don't care about the sanctity of life. These good cops want to improve society. They want their community to be the best place. And NLE Choppa has the audacity, as someone who doesn't need that, he says, fuck the good cops. And I understand, you can make statements on bad cops, but these are good cops. And he said, fuck them. That's not woke. That is not spiritual.
Knowing that this world is not about to end, it's actually about to end for the better. It'll be a whole new world formed for us.